Next, in purely arbitrary order, Christopher Cayman Lee.
Developmental challenges.
Is that for everyone?
Yes. developmental challenges, like, for me, like Fragile X or people with Down syndrome.
Yeah, you come across all sorts of people all the time, and that's why this event is so great. You get to see all types of people and hang out with everybody and show our
Walking anymore? No, you're walking anymore? No, you're fine. Okay.
Look, Jason brought his toys.
My name is Max, and it's an honor to meet all these Red Rangers here. I've already met 3 of you, and I hope to get you all, and especially Jason Vaughn. And my question is, what does it feel to be a leader, especially Jason, since he took the title from the Pink Time Force Ranger?
I wish Erin was here for that right now. She would love that. No, I think for me personally, it's an honor to have been a part of such a franchise, and obviously being the Red Rangers, it's an awesome opportunity, and I know we all had a great time doing it. But when you see Erin Cahill, definitely let her know what you just said, okay?
Next question.
Hi everyone. Just wanted to ask seemed like being the Red Ranger is the best thing that you guys could ever go for. Question. You've got to learn how to question things more often. And this is going unusably, I know.
Well, you have a fantastic morpher.
Thank you.
I might add his life to be rescued.
Okay, I'm going to word this correctly now. What is the best thing about being a Red Ranger?
Hey man, you didn't think I was gonna let you do this without two. Sorry to interrupt your question. Please continue.
Now it's back. Question was what's the best thing about being a Red Ranger?
In my opinion, the best thing about being a Red Ranger was being put in a position to set an example for so many of you, both so young and now so old. And understand that just makes me feel older. All of us up here shared that experience, and I loved it, and I'm probably pretty sure that they all feel the same way. There's a lot of other red down there that can feel free to jump in anytime.
I know for me, one of the best parts is trying to fill that guy's shoes down there. What you said is 100% accurate. It's being able to influence all of you fine people, and you guys are awesome. You're amazing people. We love coming out and saying hi.
At the end of every season, they do a wardrobe sale, and they had all of his wardrobe left over, so I bought it to get into it a little bit. I like to touch it, steal it.
I want my suit back.
No, I don't think you want the suit back.
Nice information, and thank you again.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good.
So I was just wondering, this is for the whole panel. On each cast, who was the biggest prankster on set? And what was your most memorable prank on set that was pulled on it?
I was too serious.
I don't remember any pranks.
So I'd have to say Rick and Roll is probably the biggest prankster on our set. For Samurai, it was definitely Academic Jr. Yeah! But we only targeted Najee, just so we're not there. He was the only one that pulled pranks on.
Next question.
Hello. This question is for Austin, the two Samurai Rangers, and I was wondering.
I guess I needed an apology for that.
And I was wondering for you guys, did you guys ever ask, like, why can't we just use Mega Mode when we're fighting, not just for Megazords?
Yes, I have assets. I mean, it's Power Rangers. There's a lot of logic holes. One of my favorites was a family friend of ours. She's a 4-year-old little girl. She would ask us, why don't you guys just get into Megazords and just stomp on those monsters when they're small? Simple solution. You're right. I don't have an answer for you.
Okay, thanks.
I got an answer for you. I'll tell you what. We used to show up to set, and the first AD, the Koichi Sakamoto, the executive producer and director, he'd always be upset with Chris Auer, our first AD, because he hadn't read the script for the day. And he didn't quite know exactly what was going on, but he did. And Chris Auer would always defend himself by saying, let me guess. The kids are playing in the park, the monsters show up, the monsters turn into a big giant monster, the kids get into their sword, they kick butt, and this end of episode. So there was a formula in it. Pretty much worked.
Not much has changed.
And I gotta tell you, one of the things, that everybody looked up to whichever character was your favorite in whichever series. And one thing that bugged me from day one and still hasn't changed is you think that we could have just done it right from the start because we couldn't figure out how to kill him right the first time. We kill it and then it would grow. Then we kill it again and then Rita would get a headache. It was, how many times we gotta do this?
Okay, thank you so much. Sorry, Denise.
Hi, everybody. My question is for Sean. So your character Carter, right? He was inspired to be a firefighter because of Captain Mitchell.
Correct.
My question is...
That is a correct answer. Next question.
My question is, what did you want to be as a kid? Like, what was your dream job?
It's funny. That's a great question. I actually have a lot of respect for firefighters. But growing up, myself personally, I was somewhat pre-programmed to be a lawyer. So I false started on law school twice. That didn't work out. But I came essentially from a military family, so that was really something I'd always considered was serving my country and in the armed services. And I ended up taking a job. Taking your question a step further, I did feel like Carter was something I could identify with because his temperament and his desire to lead in the way he did, I felt like dovetailed with a lot of heroes in my life, which were both family members and people like that.
Thank you very much. All of you are awesome.
Is there somebody with some water? Because I stole Jason's water. I know he's very thirsty.
I didn't tell him what I put in it.
I have a question for everyone here on the panel. In one word, can you please describe what you all brought to the role of being the Red Ranger?
In my mind, I think that the very first Red Ranger down there should have another Ranger.
Thank you very much. Question? Nippon, Japan, and my Jew-Ranger. スーパー戦隊があって、パワーレンジャーができることになったことが一番意味があると思います。ジブレンジャーがあって、それがあったからパワーレンジャーがアメリカで生まれました。これが一番意義のあることだと思います。
The Ranger was their first, and then it became Power Ranger, and then it spread all over the U.S. It's become such a phenomenon. I'm very happy about this.
In one word, swag. I'd say bravery.
The only word that comes to mind for me is hairstyle.
I guess the word for Jade would be stoicness. It's strong silent type, you know.
I guess for Lauren it has to be femininity. The epitome of femininity.
Red box.
Charm.
Anality. Analness.
Badass.
Sex.
What episode are you most proud of?
Austin, wanna start?
I'm sorry, what? What episode were you most proud of? The clown! The clown episode.
I hate the clown. Let's don't talk about that. I think for me, it would have to be the very first pilot that we filmed in 1992. It was a lot of hard work for a guy that did nothing back. So I cut my teeth, I learned, and I couldn't be more proud of the team that created the project that provided 21 more years after Japan of a legacy. So for me, that's its origin, and I'm very proud of that. Athlete's foot.
Lots of powers.
I don't know who these guys are.
We're the Red Rangers, that's who we are.
I flew down from Canada to see all you guys. So it's been an absolute pleasure to be here and meet all of you. You guys are all incredible, and I've enjoyed the show since the beginning. My question to you guys are, since you are all part of the amazing legacy that is Power Rangers, and you can see by this group of people that we all love what you do, when you guys were given the role of the Red Ranger, did any of you look back at prior Rangers for any type of inspiration to build your role? And Austin, since you were the first, but you were the Power Ranger, how did you prepare at the beginning?
How did I prepare? Well, I put my suit on one leg at a time. And I was 17. I wasn't prepared for anything. I was brand new in life, and I was trying to keep up. I had other actors that were far more experienced, stuntmen that were amazing, and they carried me every step of the way. Yeah!
I was very lucky. I started out as a stuntman on the show and also doing a lot of appearances as various colored rangers and doing a lot of shows with the Japanese stunt team that produced the show. So I was very, very fortunate to have them school me in the way of Ranger acting and Ranger attitude and conduct.
I was a little late to the party, I've got to admit, but I looked to two gentlemen down the table there, Mr. Christopher Kane and Lee, who and Mr. Danny Slade.
Yeah, I did the same thing. They actually had a library of all the previous episodes, and what I had done is I'd gone back, because I was not as familiar with the show when I booked it. And I went and I watched a couple of episodes from each season to kind of get a feel for the show and what it did, and they had a whole library there. So I watched a little bit of everyone, but not too much to get, just to kind of have my own style to the character. But watched all the previous seasons.
I watched a little bit of Dino Wonder, but Kuichi was really helpful too, sort of teaching me how to be a hero, how to play that part on camera. So he really helped me.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of the Japanese series just to see how the female Red Ranger worked in that series, and she was phenomenal. So my preparation was basically me just being petrified to do that. But yeah, before one of my big fight scenes, because I came in late into the season, and I said this in a panel earlier, I actually hadn't learned how to fight yet, and I had a big scene the next day. So the advice they gave me was to watch Kill Bill.
That's awesome.
Yeah, our stunt guys were definitely a big help. We had about a month and a half of training beforehand, and they, kind of gave us the lowdown on how to be the hero, how to, look the part. But we definitely did watch the original Mighty Morphin movie to get ready for it. So, props to you guys. Being the young gun here, I just watched all these guys and did what they did.
When I found out that I got the Red Ranger spot, it was told immediately, well, you're an alien, you have nothing to do with being human, and more than that, kind of an asshole. I did not really base my character on anybody else that came before me, because everybody that came before me was like a good guy, really nice and all that. So, I just kind of went with anybody that was really not pleasant.
Well, Ashley did soften up a little bit.
Huh?
Ashley did soften up a little bit.
Slightly. But yeah, I was just told to be an asshole. That's what I did.
Well, I didn't get that memo.
I'd seen the show, probably 5 years prior, because I was into martial arts, and so
when I got cast, we worked with Koichi, learning how to do, believe it or not, backflips, standing backflips. We had trampolines. They set us up out in the parking lot. They just taught us how to do it. So that's, I think, probably how I got best training for the role.
Yeah, I definitely had some martial arts background. I always looked up to Bruce Lee, no matter what. I was inspired by his performance, and when I got the role, I definitely looked at Jason Frank, and his character. But definitely, there comes a point where you have to make it your own. When I first got there, everybody wanted me to key out like Jason Frank because we had to say, more or so. But I had to fight to make it my own, and I think that's the truth of the role. You bring as much of yourself as you can to the role. Oh, and I did get to help school Danny Southworth, so that was cool. He was one of my stuntmen.
Do you know me? You guys know me?僕は、オースティンさん、ちょっと前にやったんですけど、24歳でした。I'm 24 years old. Now, I'm 70. 47 years old. Really? で、その時はね、教授レンジャーは1億7000万年前の古代人類です。
Jew Rangers were a Sentai hero from millions and millions of years ago.
だったので、あまり参考にするものがなくて。
So there was nothing much we could make a reference out of.
And it is Yamato tribe prince. You know?
That was the only thing that was written on the script.
なぜ変身できるのかも分かりませんし、とにかく頑張って戦いました。
I couldn't even understand how they transformed.
So as a unifying thing about all of you, let's say one quick, anecdote or funny story you have about the guys who worked on stunts and directing also cruising Power Rangers, and now Super Sentai and so many more.
I tell you one of the things I remember when Koichi first came on the show, and he brought his team. He rolled deep. He was like, "This is me, and this is my entourage. Together, we can defeat armies." That's not what he said, but that's what everybody believed. I just remember he always had the most amazing energy. He had the ability to watch everything and put it together in his head, and then put it into an understanding that someone with no martial arts, or someone like those of us that had martial arts, could understand and apply to the screen. And he was amazing at reaching everybody, and he was always the friendliest guy.
I have a long-lasting memory of something Koichi said to me once. I did a movie with him 5 years later with Johnny Bosch called Broken Path. We're doing the fight scene, the ending fight scene, and we're going through some choreography, and I'm saying to Koichi, I'm like, I'm having a hard time doing this move. I don't know what it is. And he turned to me and he goes, "That's because you're too fat." I was about 195, 205, 5 years later. So since then, you can see it's really gone. It's a very honest guy.
Koichi's amazing. Truly amazing to be able to work with him. But I would say two quick things that come to mind in generality. The first of which is he is an excellent communicator. It doesn't matter your skill level or whatever, he is able to just really communicate what he's looking for quite effectively, and his sense of humor. He's just a really, really fun and funny guy. And for someone that deals with so much, I mean, we have fun on Rangers, but stunt work is a serious thing, and people can get injured. But he's just like a kid in the sandbox every day at work. It's contagious. It's really fun to work with.
Yeah, he's got to piggyback on that, he's got a very unique laugh. He's laughing. He's like, hey! It's like this real hard laugh. So it seems like, yeah, a lot of times things can get tense on set, and like I said, stuff, there's a lot of real big, the stuff to do a lot of amazing things, but he always kept it light. I mean, he never felt like he was stressed or was anything wrong, so he was like the calm amongst the storm, so that's what I would say.
I drank a lot of sake with
I'm going to answer for both Kimberly and myself. We actually really did not get to work with Koichi that much, unfortunately. But he did come to set a couple of times, and you always knew when he was on set just because his persona, like everyone respects him so much. So you could feel when he was there. So all the stunt guys, they're a lot more rigid, and they were on the lookout. So that's my only experience with him.
I worked with Koichi all the damn time. He beat my ass. But the one thing that really stands out the most was that he took me to breakfast once. We went to a Chinese place, we got dim sum, and we were trying everything, and he told me to eat this, and I did. And it was little yellow noodles, and then he later told me that it was jellyfish, raw jellyfish, and I thought, why the hell did you just let me eat that? And it was delicious.
You got me eating out of time. My memory of him is we were first learning how to do our morph, and three of us were up on our own Grizzly Park, and he had this really drawn out sequence how we were going to do our morph, and we all kind of couldn't figure it out, and he just looked at us and he said, all right, we're just going to do this. So that was fun.
I would have to say, when I was working with Koichi, one thing that really stands out for man, he has really beautiful hair. But honestly, like was mentioned earlier, he's like a kid in the sandbox. He has this really youthful energy, and I think that's why his fight scenes were always fresh and new. And he was probably the most upbeat person on the set at all times.
坂本監督は、この間当時のジュレンジャーでは監督してないんですけど、この間の映画で、恐竜ジャー VS コバスターズの監督。That's what I was going to say.
He has not, he did not direct the older version of G-Ranger, but he was the director for the racing Kyoryuja versus...
On the first time. He was very good at taking action scene. I was incorporated in Japan Action Club, and I learned action, karate, and acrobat and stunt. And 彼の映画で、かなり47歳だったんですけども、20年間
What time is it?
アクションをやってくれという依頼がありまして、仙台の撮影機は朝早いんです、アーリーモーニング。頼むから、アフタヌーンにしてくれ。
So, since now, well, I'm now 47 years old, and after 20 years, long years of not doing any action scenes, sorry. So back then, the shots were taken like early in the morning, but so I begged him to do the filming later in the afternoon.
分かったと言ってくれたんだけども、朝7時からアクションさせられました。
He said, okay, and then he scheduled it at 7 a.m.
頑張りました。坂本監督、アクションシーンも得意ですけども、若い可愛い女の子が大好きです。
So I tried really hard on that. He's really good at taking action scene shots, but he really, really likes young girls.
Young action ingenues is
I speak from the list.
He wants a director he wants a director to be loved.
First of all, it's just an honor to be in front of all of you, especially through all the way from Japan. Thank you. But my question is for all of you. Where were you and how did it feel when you heard that you were going to be the Red Ranger?
I know exactly where I was. I was literally driving my car going over Little Canyon in Hollywood. And, that was when, we had cell phones, it was still kind of new with all that. So I really remember pulling over and I remember the exact spot where they told me that I got in a role. And I was just in my car yelling and screaming. I had this little gray clip. You remember that car, right? And so I remember exactly where I was. Every time I drive by, I think about that moment when I got that phone call.
Go ahead. Yeah, okay, so I know for me, sorry. I was actually at work, and my job before Rangers was I was a party entertainer, and so I was actually dressed up as Luke Skywalker. And I got that phone when I got the call. And I was sitting in my truck, which was actually a red Ford Ranger. So I ran into the building that my company owned, and I said, "Peace out!" And I drove my stuff down and I ran away. That's great.
Yeah, I was just at my parents' house, like I called. I was really excited about it.
I got a call at everybody's house, and we just finished working on the deck. And I just got out of the shower, and so he's pounding on the door, because my cell phone was ringing, and I thought it was really cool to have a cell phone, and I too. So I'm throwing on a towel, and I come out, and I'm soaking wet, and he's like, "Hey man, this is that number that you said was from Spawn." I was like, "Okay." And so then it stopped ringing. I was like, "Damn, I missed it." So I set it down on the counter, and I was starting to get all excited. And as I walked away to go dry off, it started ringing again. So I ran back, and I hit the tile on the kitchen floor. With wet feet. Needless to say, I went in all sorts of funny directions. The towel went that way, I went that way, and so I'm looking around here. Yeah, my head was like in places it shouldn't have been. And so I'm trying to answer the phone, like, "Hello!" And I got the news, and so I got excited. I called everybody. I told them, "Hey man, I got the role as the Red Ranger." And I remember the first comment from a buddy of mine was, "What does that mean?" I said, "I don't know."
Next question. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to ask a really big question.
We love those questions.
Everybody on the stage, out of all of the Rangers that you worked with, that your character worked with, which one do you think your character would be better?
Does it have to be just one?
No, Dan's answer, here it comes.
No comment. But I can't answer that other question. I remember where I was.
I know that Emma Lahana and I dated for about 2 years after we met on the reunion episode. So I just did it in real life.
Are we answering as our characters or as myself? As my character, who I think Jaden would have been with. Yeah, that would be weird. Probably Mia, Erica Fong's character. Yeah! There are a lot of fan videos of us that never happened on the show. But somehow you guys are masters of editing.
Weston Jen, right?
My character actually hooked up with this girl, so there you go. Actually, Andrew's hooked up, y'all already know. It's Kendrick's for me. I would have to say probably Andros' sister. No, not.
Yellow Troy Priest, Pink Ranger, and May, Fisher Troy Princess. Only one girl.
And then you have to imagine, leave all the rest of your imagination.
I was just wondering if any of you, obviously she said she did, but I was wondering if any of you ever took the time to watch a few episodes of your Super Sentai counterparts, Zoo Ranger, Time Ranger, Deca Ranger, Mega Ranger, etc.
Time Ranger, yeah. I watched a lot of Time Ranger so I can figure out what the hell to do with my guess.
My question is actually for Eric. I want to know, considering in your own season you weren't a Red Ranger, you were actually a sixth Ranger.
Oh, I'm sorry, you said Eric.
Yeah, sorry, Eric. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, you have my attention.
Yeah, so in your own season, you weren't a Red Ranger, you were a sixth Ranger.
You're still a red.
So you're still a red, yes. You were in front of a red, which signifies you are officially red in the story as well. What do you consider your character?
I take that as an honor that they invited me into the same company as the rest of these fellas here. Or I could take it as they were saying I'm just as much of a macho, freaking arrogant. No, that's just me personally. Anyway, I loved it. I loved it. I thought it was great. I liked the spin-off. I thought it was a great way to create a little tension between the 6th Ranger and the Red Ranger, the traditional formula, by making us both red. And then I dug it.
Yeah.
Two more questions.
Oh. I'm going to say Power Rangers is basically the best.
Obviously.
First question, Christopher, what did you do after Power Rangers, and do people still recognize you in public?
Well, after I was on a show called Safe Harbor, we filmed that in Florida. Shortly after I finished Power Rangers, people did still recognize me because I had not gotten those stupid blonde stripes. So, yeah, people did recognize me for a short while.
And my second question is, when you guys were first on set and when the doors kind of like destroyed Angel Grove, what did you think of that? Because like the city kept going down and then coming back up the next day.
It was awesome.
Thank you.
And now one special double request.
Hi, thank you guys again for coming here. I know that for a fact that you guys have impacted a majority of us, so thank you so much. I know a lot of fans. I know a lot of fans even Jason back in Dino Charge. And also thank you to him for being one of the few female Red Rangers. I don't know.
Well, hello, konnichiwa. So our double request is, it's not actually a question, but it's for all you guys to morph. Whichever's the easiest way to morph.
At the same time?
That might be too much power for one. After this, also, I've got 3 shirts that I'm dying to give away. You look.
Are you ready?
One time. Let's get, can we get a countdown for the crowd? We're all corny.
1, 2, 3. He's a Marine Corps.
Austin, nursing student.
Semper Fi, man. Awesome.
Australia.
All right, who said it to last?
To stop Hydra, I must go to their base of operations, Sin City Candies Club. I wonder if this is— oh my god! Sue, what are you doing? Put on some clothes! Can't tell me what to do, Johnny. I'm not invisible anymore. Got that right. Jeez, I thought I was the hot one.